Fine, bro. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, people, wherever the heck in the world you are. It's V, the Gorilla Economist, coming to you live, running off the lack of sleep and on caffeine over here because I was just on Coast to Coast AM from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. New York time. And then CJ and I just did the morning show. Hey, listen, guys, here's the deal. We got a special guest on right now. His name is William Jetland. Will's a great guy. He's a good buddy of mine. They've launched an amazing platform and opportunity. And I just thought to myself, hey, you know what? This is something that people can get behind. This is something that we at Rogue Money are also involved in. I'm involved in it. The guys at the crypto school are involved in it. Guys in the Watchers Trade Room are involved with this as well. We like what KryptoGenix is doing and what KryptoGenix is all about. It is an educational platform. It takes the fear of cryptos completely out, and it's also an opportunity. Okay, and before some of y'all start rolling your eyes, I'm going to have Will explain the whole entire thing for you guys, because you need to understand this. This is a great way for you to evangelize people, number one. It's a great way for people to learn about decentralizing themselves from the established bank. Folks, how many times have I said this? How many times have I said, listen, we don't need the banks. We don't need their power structures anymore. We could do it all on our own. And KryptoGenix is one of those companies that firmly believe in that. And they're offering you an amazing chance to learn about cryptocurrencies, and they have the best crypto education model. Now think about this. I'm the part owner of the crypto school, and we have our video education series. KryptoGenix blows us out of the water. They literally blow us out of the water. Their stuff is way better than ours in terms of the video education series over at the crypto school. That's why we were overwhelmed. We're like, hey man, we got to do something with you guys. Let you guys take care of the educational aspect of it, and we'll take care of the trading aspect of it. And together, it's a 1-2 punch. So without any further ado, William Jetland. Will, how are you, buddy?
Hey, good morning, V. Thanks for having me on.
Well, it's a pleasure, bro.
You got the coffee, I didn't, so thanks anyway, bud.
Well, whatever you need to do, bro. Whether you got to start up, get up and do some jumping jacks or do some push-ups. But I know you don't need any of that, because this opportunity with KryptoGenix automatically fires you up. So tell me about it, man. Tell us a little bit about you, and then tell us about how you and your team came up with KryptoGenix and what KryptoGenix is all about and how it's different. Go for it.
I'd love to. Thanks, V. A little bit about myself. I'm 50 years old. As you can see in the little picture down there, I'm bald. I lost all my hair, This is my joke. But, I'm a normal guy, V. I used to be a heavy equipment operator. When you drive down the road and you see those Tonkas that are scooping dirt and pushing dirt and all that, and you just, oh my God, I wish I could drive one of those. Yeah, I was that guy. For 25 years, I was that guy. And, it was a trade that I would be the guy that would be running those machines. And as soon as I got off at my lunch break, or I got off at 2:33 in the day, I would run home as fast as I could and get involved in these at-home businesses and Carlton Sheets and real estate programs and the diet pills and the water filters, because I always loved the environment where you could get together with a group of people and you had a product, and just the excitement and and how that is. And I always like to make a little extra money too. So it helped me to do that. And in the diversity of learning that, in the early 1990s, like 1995, a friend of mine came up to me and says, man, you're great with people. I'm not. And I'm building home computers and I just can't seem to sell them. People just don't relate to me, but everybody relates to you. So what do you say? Let's fire up a business. Well, the next week I saw him. This was a guy I went to church with. So the next week I saw him, I handed him $13,000. And he goes, what's that? And I go, you said them computers were $1,000 a piece. I just sold 13 of them. And he goes, no, so how do you do it? You take orders and then we custom build them. And I go, well, you got 13 custom built basic ones. So get started. $250,000 that first year is what we did in business. And I learned a great deal about computers. It's kind of like Bitcoin right now. When I said, hey, did you get your Bitcoin, V? And you're like, what are you talking about? That was the same thing in 1995. Hey, V, did you buy a home computer? What would I do with that? Email. Well, who wants email now, right? But then everybody wanted email. So just moving on down the line here for Will, the computer company went away after we got to doing about $7 million a year in sales. So I learned how to start a company, basically a computer company from the ground up in a garage. $7 million a year in sales, multiple locations, over 50 salespeople working for us. It put me on a path that was, as you do in life, your next step. Moved me up the chain a little bit farther, and the world decided the .com era wasn't a good time, so it kind of crashed on itself, and that put me back in construction because you had to feed yourself. Went back into that. Had a guy call me up out of the blue, corporate trainer, said, "Hey, I need you to kind of start teaching my sales team what to do because nobody knows what to do from a ground up level. Like the guy that's never sold anything. How do you have a conversation? How do you engage?" And that's what I do. And that's always been my forte is I have a degree in social engineering from the School of BS. And, and I've just learned how to talk to people. So I got to do that for about 3-4 years and moving along. And then one day, a really good friend of mine, and this is the best part of why we're all here. He says, "Will, you got to buy a Bitcoin." 1995 flashed in my head. Why do I need a Bitcoin? What the heck is a Bitcoin? It's just like email, right? It's just one of those things, you just get it to tell everybody you have it. And he laughed and he goes, "Dude, you need a Bitcoin." I'm like, "Well, what am I going to do with it?" And he goes, "We're going to spend it." "How do I spend it?" "Well, I don't know yet, but we'll figure it out." So I was like, how much are they? He goes, $796. I thought, well, shoot, that's kind of expensive. And my wife at the time sitting on the couch, just shaking her head like a dog that got out of a creek. "No, don't do it. Don't do it." Scared to death. Didn't want nothing to do. Told me, "Don't you spend our money." That was real masculine for me, that had my wife tell me I can't spend my own money. So you know what I did? Sold a hunting rifle. I bought a Bitcoin for $796.
Nice.
Had a trader, like you guys have traders. You do crypto trading. I gave my Bitcoin to some crypto traders, and they took one Bitcoin and turned it into 800 Bitcoin. I was pretty excited. That changed my life right there. Things were significantly different. I then entered into the Bitcoin space. And, the first thing I noticed in the Bitcoin space was how impossible it is to buy Bitcoin. Flat out impossible. Now, I've solved that. I've worked with several entities. We've got the ability, we work with you guys here, V, to facilitate, individuals that want to get large amounts of Bitcoin, but just for the average person, right? This is where KryptoGenix comes in. What is KryptoGenix? KryptoGenix is an education company. We take the fear out of the Bitcoin space. Our company teaches you how to buy Bitcoin and how to do it without being scared. What's an ATM machine? You put in your debit card and you pull out $100. Oh, you go over and you put $100 into the ATM machine and you tell it you want $100 worth of Bitcoin. They have Bitcoin ATMs. They're everywhere. And we work with the largest Bitcoin ATM provider in America. They help us out with that, as well as if you wanted to buy your Bitcoin with a credit card, we have the ability through our partners to send you Bitcoin through a paper wallet. B, do you know what a paper wallet is?
Absolutely.
Right. Most people have no idea what a Bitcoin is, let alone a paper wallet. So why do you need KryptoGenix again? Oh, wait, because we explained to you what a paper wallet is, what a digital wallet is. We teach you what passwords are. Jesus loves me is a fantastic password, but it takes a hacker about half a second to break into your program and take everything you have.
Correct.
So I've done a lot of talking. I thought I better give you a spot to ask me a question or two, or make sure I'm going the way you want to hear us.
It's remarkable that you have this. And folks, the KryptoGenix, I mentioned them last night when I was on with George Nuri over on Coast to Coast AM, and I've gotten a couple of emails that, "Hey man, what's that crypto company you just talked about?" Well, it's KryptoGenix, and I have Will here because what Will is basically, KryptoGenix is connected with a lot of movers and shakers, and one of the biggest problems I have again with people is, how do I buy Bitcoin? Well, this is what you do. You got to go to Coinbase, Kraken, Genesis, and I got to, give your firstborn son's name, and then you chop off an arm and a leg and a kidney, and then you got to jump through a couple of hoops, and then you try to, you want to buy Bitcoin? Fine. Well, you can buy the Bitcoin, but now we got to let Uncle Sam know that you bought it. It's crazy, man. So tell me exactly, Will, how do you guys make that process easy for people, where people could be sitting comfortably at their own home and they're just like, you know what, I'm going to go buy some Bitcoin today. How do I do that? And how you guys take that, not only the fear away, but the pain away, because let's admit here, man, it is a pain in the butt for most of these exchanges. It's a nightmare.
It is, V. And it is scary for a lot of people. We work hard for our money. And with KryptoGenix, you can register into the company for free. So you can register in it. And once you've registered, you go into the back office system, you put in your username and your password. And then you log in there, and it says right there, first thing it says, how to buy Bitcoin. Yeah. We've got videos that we teach people. Our company has created 3 levels of education. A Bitcoin 101, an intermediate, and an advanced. They represent 45 videos. We've translated those videos into 35 languages. So I don't speak 35 languages, but I know they're out there. And we've managed to reach out to over 85 countries in the world with our education platform. So you want to know how to buy Bitcoin through our system. It's very, very simple. Click here to buy Bitcoin with a credit card. It'll take you to one of our partners, CreditCoin. CreditCoin is a company that will use your credit card, your debit card. They'll swipe it, they'll run it, they'll put it through, and then they'll send you an email that's got a paper wallet. Well, now you got a paper wallet. If you don't know what to do with your paper wallet, you're in the right place, because that's what KryptoGenix will do. We'll teach you guys how to, and we might even do this, V. Maybe what we do is we have just a little special with where we walk people through how to set up a paper wallet. A paper wallet is the safest thing in the world to hold your Bitcoin, because it's not digital. There's no form of it. You scan your code, you take your Bitcoin from there, it's scanned onto that piece of paper, you laminate it, you put it in your gun safe, under your bed, wherever you want it, and it's there until you type in those 64 numbers and letters, and then it repopulates it back into your wallet. We highly recommend people that want to do that. That's what you do. That's just one of the methods. Another method is that we can show you
real quick. You know what I love to do with my paper wallet? I take my paper wallet, folks, and I throw it right into my safe with my gold and my silver.
Yeah, and you put your Glock on top of it.
You put your Glock right on top. Exactly.
It's the best paperweight I've ever seen.
Amen.
Sure.
Go for it.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
So the gold, you got to have your gold and silver, and that's another thing that you're going to find, in this partnership we got here, guys, Rogue Money and your trade room and all that, and with KryptoGenix, we do Facebook lives all the time with our educators. They're constantly talking about the state of crypto, the state of money, the state of everything, and that's included with this environment in KryptoGenix. You've got 5 trainers. We've got we got 4 of them right now that are going through their securities licensing so that they can be licensed security advisors, even though Bitcoin's not a what, B?
A security or an equity, right?
Right. Looks like a duck, quacks like a duck. The government thinks it's a duck. So just jumping through a hoop that's not totally necessary, but we're willing to do that. And I don't think that there are any other crypto education companies out there that are going to have SEC licensed individuals. They're going to be talking about a non-security.
Correct. Exactly. It's jumping through a hoop that's not even there. Just in case.
Just because it's fear, right? People are afraid of the unknown. Confused mind does nothing. And when our guy, Rob Harris, I love to plug Rob Harris or Brandon Ivey, those guys, Matt Sheriff, those are 3 of the top guys that we have in our company that they do nothing but Bitcoin. They wake up and the YouTube videos are on and they're listening to everybody talking about whatever, and they go through their day. And then they go through and reach out to guys like the ones that you have in your trading room and get some more information and what are the charts and, what's the flow. And for the guy on the radio show right now that's listening to this, it says, dude, I don't even know what all this is. It's way over my head. I just was tuning in because I wanted to know what a Bitcoin was. And you guys are moving so fast. Let me slow it down. Go straight to KryptoGenix. Again, click on our videos. We've got 6 videos that are for free. It'll give you a good start. And then register into the company. It's a one-time purchase for a lifetime's worth of education. Write it off on your taxes. Use it for a home-based business. Do whatever you want to do. Write off your mileage. Go buy a TV. Pay for your internet. Get a laptop. It's all a write-off. We designed KryptoGenix to be that way. The single mom with 3 kids that needs a break, she joins KryptoGenix for a very small fee. Now she's got a home-based business that she can use. If she tells another soul ever again in her life, that's okay. But she has a business. And as you know, the home-based business is the most powerful tax write-off we have in America. And, we really want to help people with as much as we can. So we do a little bit of education, some lives and stuff, and just to try and help people. And we'll be doing more of that as we get going on. We'll get some tax professionals on here and let them really drive down that road, because honestly, that's what they do.
That's awesome. Yeah, this is the part where people are like, oh man, this is this is a multi-level marketing BS scheme. It's a pyramid scheme, and it's going to be robbery. It's not that at all. This ain't, what was that company that went under? BitConnect and,
BitConnect, USI Tech.
yeah,
There's about 12 of them that robbed people and took their money. We're different. We're not taking any of your Bitcoin. We're the opposite.
we're giving you Bitcoin.
We're going to give you Bitcoin when you share this with other people. We're going to pay you $100 worth of Bitcoin every time you share it with somebody else. They register and they join into this company.
That's sick. That's awesome.
It's. Do you want to tell them how much it costs? One time, lifetime.
Go ahead, man. I think this is where the clincher is. They're actually cheaper than the Crypto Schools education series. That's why I brought them on. It's $250, right? Will
$250 one time lifetime to get into our education platform that we are constantly adding to.
Yep.
And if you would like to share this with other people, it's a $50 a year charge. So for $300, you can join KryptoGenix and you can start sharing the word with all your friends.
and getting paid.
We're going to pay you $100 in Bitcoin every week into your wallet that we're going to teach you how to get up and set up. Every week, whatever, however many people you bring in. You want to make $1,000? Go tell 10 of your friends. There's $1,000 in Bitcoin. There you go. That's what we do.
Exactly. I mean, people are sitting around. How do I get Bitcoin? Well, here's the thing. Now you're getting educated. You're learning how to paper wallets. You're learning how the exchanges work. You're learning how to make transactions. You're learning about the whole world of cryptocurrencies. A lifetime membership. How many videos you guys already have? Like 40 to 60 videos already?
45 videos.
It's insane. And they're adding to it all the time.
Let's say you got a cousin in Mexico, right? There's a lot of people in the United States send their money to Mexico.
Yep.
Well, when you want to send a Bitcoin transaction from here to Mexico, the cost on that is like 9 cents.
Yep.
Oh, that was for like $10,000 too, by the way. I moved $12,000 worth of Bitcoin the other day, and I think it cost me 40 cents.
I love it.
I went priority. I wanted to get there and as fast as possible. So I stepped it up. I paid the big money there.
So you don't pay the $35 wiring bank wire fee, and then your cousin pays another $35 incoming wiring fee, and all the other shenanigans that go along with it.
The shenanigans are you got to go to a money depot. You got to go to a Western Union. You got to drive there. You got to give them your money. You got to fill out all the forms, and then you send it to them, and then they get it at their end, and they got to drive there and fill out all the forms and get their money and do all. I mean, here it's really simple. You just get a credit card that is accepted in your country, and the Bitcoin goes directly on the credit card, and then you go spend it.
That's beautiful. Could you flesh that out? Like when you say a credit card, like the Bitcoin goes into the credit card?
Bitcoin, see, there are companies called BitPay, for example. There's BitPay, there's Shift, there's Jax, there's Zeppo. There's numerous prepaid credit cards that only accept cryptocurrencies. So depending on the cryptocurrencies that they accept, you can take the ones that you hold, and you can convert them over onto those cards. You can just basically, there's a web portal that you go and you log in and go, hey, I want to put $500 worth of Bitcoin on this credit card. And there you go. Okay. That's the whole point. So if your family's in Mexico, for example, and you went out and you earned your Bitcoin, whatever, and you wanted to give it to your mom in Mexico, you could literally send her that 32-digit number and have it associated with $500 worth of Bitcoin, and it just goes directly on her credit card. I mean, you could load her credit card from here. You don't even have to have it in your hand.
And that's exactly an example of you just said. I mean, you have Shift, you have Zeppo, you have BitPay. How many people don't know that? There's a lot of people that don't know that. But if you went through KryptoGenix, that's like stuff you guys explain. Yeah, that's what I love about you guys. You guys show how to move this thing around, how to actively use this on a day-to-day basis, making cryptos a part of your life.
Yeah, we really want to do it on the 1 foot level. There are a ton of education out there. There are a ton of Bitcoin education companies out there. This is my favorite question. How are you guys different? I can go to YouTube and I can, man, that's fantastic. You know what? I can go to YouTube and I can search haircut, and I can see how to get a haircut on YouTube. And as you can see, I don't have any hair now because I did that several times, and I really wasn't able to put the haircut together like the guy on the video was explaining it to me. There was a lot left out. We have purpose in our education. We have a start to finish thought process of taking the individual that knows nothing, that's scared to death to jump into space, holding your hand, sticking your foot into the pool that's really, really warm, and guiding you through and teaching you what to do. And when you get to the end of the pool, you're an Olympic swimmer, man. You know what's going on, and that's when you get into the trade room. Now you've moved into V's environment. You are so knowledgeable about what you're doing. Now where their education and their trade room steps into place, that's all just normal conversation for you. If I said to you today, V, hey, let's go and take a little bit of money, let's throw it into Bitcoin, and let's go into the trade room and let those guys deal with it. You know nothing about it, and that's very scary. You have no idea. And this is what people did last year, is they jumped into all these network marketing companies that were taking people's Bitcoin for them and saying, oh, I'm going to give you this huge return. You're going to love it. Well, Wilbur a load of crap was a huge return. That's what they got, because they got their Bitcoin stolen, because they weren't educated on how to create a wallet and see what their coins are doing on a day by day. And that's what we do. You pay me in Bitcoin, or there's a couple other methods that you can join our company with, but we teach you how to keep control of what is yours the entire time.
And that's the most important thing, versus a company that's just going to be taking your Bitcoin and telling you this load of BS. Trust us, we'll keep it safe for you. Meanwhile, your Bitcoin is gone, and it's a straight up Ponzi scheme, because they don't have the Bitcoin to, number one, to cover all their members that are in there, which is dangerous, which is exactly what a Ponzi scheme is all about and how it operates. What you guys do differently, it's like, you're like, hey, you know what? We're going to show you how it's done, and here's your Bitcoin. You hold it, and this is how you get a paper wallet, and this is a digital wallet, and this is how you hold it. This is how you keep it safe. So that's the difference. It's empowering versus disempowering. Right. And folks, we need to get off our butts, in the sense that, we as Americans, we're so used to somebody else managing it for us. You need to manage your destiny and your financial wealth for yourself. You cannot let somebody else handle it for you. Somebody else will do it for you. Oh, my financial advisor, he's handling it for me. Well, what's he doing? Is he putting in like some of the worst trades that are out there? I mean, folks, put the control back in your hands. And this is what KryptoGenix is doing. KryptoGenix is saying, hey, we're making it easier for you guys to buy Bitcoin. We're making it easier for you guys to learn about crypto. And we're making it easy that if you want to share it with others, hey, we're going to pay you in Bitcoin. We're giving it to you.
Yeah. Not to mention Bitcoin rises. Bitcoin goes up and it goes down, but it's on the rise. There's 21 million Bitcoin that will be made for the world, and there's like 17 million of them already mined. So you tell me what happens when you get down to the last end of an asset. It's worth a lot more. And at the same time, Bitcoin's being accepted around the world more and more. Every day, all the news outlets are talking about Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that. All the institutional banks in America are buying large chunks of Bitcoin. Oh, okay. I mean, seriously, that's like the devil right there eating his own young, right? I mean, the institutional banks are buying Bitcoin because they still don't want to be left out. And it's a cancer to them, but you know what I mean? They're still getting on board because they know they're going to need to.
At some point, either they're going to be on the inside, profiteering from this, or they're going to be on the outside looking in. And that's just something they just cannot afford to do, is being on the outside. That's why they're spending $300 million and $300 billion getting into this type of space, so they can be a part of it, because they see the handwriting on the wall. They're not stupid.
Billions. They're buying Bitcoin in the billions, and at a 6,000. Just imagine if you bought $1 billion worth of Bitcoin at $6,000. And then all of a sudden, Bitcoin goes to $12,000. Wait a minute. Your billion just did what? It doubled. And, Bitcoin hit $19,000 or $20,000 last year.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, guys. It's at 6,300 right now. It's just sitting at its relief spot. Everyone knows it's going to go up. Once we start going through the summer months and stuff, you're going to start seeing the animals coming out of the woods. The bears are coming. It's going to start climbing. And because people, it's funny how some of these institutions, right? They say, oh, people in my company better not buy this. It's a bad thing.
JP Morgan.
Well, I don't want to throw names out there. And then all of a sudden you find out that day they did the single largest Bitcoin purchase in the world, and they suppressed the price. They brought the price down by scaring the world. Oh, we're never going to do it. This is evil. And then they go and they do it. And there's so much of that, you know. So when you read the negative press, I can't believe there's negative press in America because we're the best country in the world.
Right.
Whoops, sorry. But you know, I won't get into politics. But the bottom line is that the Americans get fed garbage through the typical media outlets, you know, and we just
Absolutely.
suck it up with a straw, and we're like, this is so yummy. Well, it's because they load it with sugar. That's how you suck a turd through a straw. It's you cover it with sugar. And sorry, I got a little graphic there.
No, it's all good. This is the platform to get graphic on, bro. This is it. You know.
Well, that is the reality. and what we're trying to do is, you know, the Bitcoin was the original digital currency. It was the granddaddy. It was number one. It was the ecosystem that we now live in that's digital. And the Americans are the last ones to get on board because the central banking system is American. In a sense, it was created here. It was, ruled by those that lived here. And the rest of the world has gone digital. China, Russia, Japan. Japan's second currency is Bitcoin.
Correct.
Over 6,000 outlets in Japan that's actively utilizing Bitcoin. Are you aware of that, America? Are you aware of that, guys? Russia, China, they are mining Bitcoin in old factories that used to produce steel and stuff. They're putting Bitcoin machines in there because they can handle the electricity load, and they're diverting electricity from their dams to these old, steel producing factories, and they're mining Bitcoins. So you tell me that it's not a big deal. You know what I mean? It's like, oh no, I'm okay. I'll sit here. I'm gonna go watch Oprah and Price is Right today, and everything will be fine. No, everything won't be fine. That's why the digital world is such a big play. That's why the institutions are buying billions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, because they know everything's going digital. And if you're just going to keep your head in the sand, you're going to be a catastrophe. You need to be educated. And that's why I have so much fun. I like to go, I drink beers with my friends. I'm not a drunk. I just have a beer, and I love to sit at a bar, and I've got a Bitcoin. I went on Amazon and I bought a Bitcoin, a Chotsky coin, and I slide that down the bar to whoever's there, and somebody usually grabs it and they go, "Hey, whose is this?" I go, "Oh, I'm sorry, that was mine." And then they look at it and they go, "What is it?" And it's got a Bitcoin right on it. And I go, "Oh, that's a Bitcoin." And they're like, "What's a Bitcoin?" And then you've got 5 or 6 people at a bar engaged in a conversation that's worthwhile. They stop talking about the game. They stop talking about it, and it turns into an incredible, good energy conversation. "Oh, dude, that's Bitcoin. I bought, how much did you buy?" "Oh, I bought $1,000. What were they?" "Oh, they were, $100 a piece." And whoa, what's it worth now? "Well, 6,000. And like, are you kidding me? And then all of a sudden, they all stop and realize I'm the guy that rolled it. And then they turn their head and they look at me and they go, "Hey, what do you do?" "I sell those. I educate on those." And now I got 6 people that are looking at me. So the exciting part about KryptoGenix is I just got 6 guys that's interested in me dramatically, and I'm gonna make $100 a piece on all 6 of those guys, because they're all gonna join our company and get our education, and then they're gonna tell their friends, and it's going to create more crypto revenue for me. And then we're going to work with you, V, and we're going to teach our members that have joined KryptoGenix how they can diversify into the other altcoins and the ICO coins and the different things that are available to you that you can only use Bitcoin for, and grow your life and have something worthwhile in the next 5 to 10 years. Because I can tell you what, I was working 10-hour days, and I don't like it. I'm completely retired now. My entire life is paid for by crypto. I answer to no one. That's where I'm at. And I was just an average old construction worker running big tonkas, and now I don't have to do anything I don't want to do. And it can be done for anyone. That's the glory of Bitcoin.
That's a beautiful thing, man. And dude, I mean, you've met Z and you've met Cowboy, our 2 traders, and that's why we're doing this whole entire thing, because it's the 1-2 punch, folks. I mean, being able to get a crypto education with KryptoGenix, a lifetime of education, and if you share that with friends and family, you get paid in crypto. Wow, what a great opportunity! Number 1. Number 2, KryptoGenix provides an amazing way for you to just sit at home and use your credit card in order to purchase your Bitcoins. That's awesome. From the comfort of your own home, without jumping through the hoops, making it real simple. And the fact that you guys show the people how to store it, where to store it, what wallets to use, paper wallets, digital wallets, whatever the heck it is, it's friggin' awesome. And then with the trading platform that we're all going to be united. This is why, we're Will and I are speaking, and this is why we're doing this. You know, we're all going to be in on it together. So being able to build up a Bitcoin portfolio for yourself, and then coming into like the trading room and learning how to trade, how to increase that portfolio. Now you're putting your cryptos to work for you. You're building crypto wealth. And then with the liquidation platforms that we're working on, you'll be able to liquidate out. It's the 1-2 punch. I mean, what more do you want? I mean, folks, do you get it? It's the one-stop shop. It's the one-stop shop. There's no need for you to go anywhere else. There's no need for it. You don't have to worry about reporting. You don't have to worry about, oh my God, will this cause a taxable event if I just trade this? You don't have to worry about any of them shenanigans. This is what it's all about, folks. We're making it easy for all of you guys. It's amazing. Go ahead, Will.
Yeah, I'm going to say this is I always have this disclaimer. Oh yeah, I heard Will and V's show. Will said something like, pay your taxes. I always tell people, pay your taxes, pay what you're supposed to pay. But at the same time, the glory of America is the law allows you to do certain things. And as you're educated in the benefits of having a business, an LLC, a trust, how all that works, you're allowed to take the benefit that those things offer. There's a group of us that understand the benefits of how these different things operate. And we educate people on all those different things. Trusts are in place for a reason. You got to protect your assets, right? So I believe that Bitcoin is an asset. So I'm not giving any advice, nor do I, but I can sure tell you that there are places that we can point people to get the best advice that works the best for themselves. Stay current with American government, pay what you owe, don't get in trouble. There's my disclaimer. With that being said, Bitcoin's amazing, and you can do a lot of things with altcoins and Bitcoins.
Tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. Will, we have the link in the description box. So anybody that's interested in joining KryptoGenix, getting started, the link is there. And Will, could you describe for us exactly what the process looks like, coming on board, signing up, and getting started?
Yeah, it's pretty simple. You want to go to the website link. You're going to click on it. There's a video right there in the middle. You can click on that little tiny video if you want and just watch it. Moving on down into, there's a join button. So hit the join now button. It's going to take you to a registration page. Here's where everybody makes the first mistake in every registration page. They forget their password. I don't know how people do it, but they do. It's usually their password they create and then they forget it. I suggest you write it down. Your username, it's going to allow you to pick a site name, right? A specific site for KryptoGenix. You could do, Crypto Amazing, and it would be cryptoamazing.cryptogenix.com would be your registration name. So as you're filling out the form, fill it out, pay attention, read it, read the page. It's very intuitive. The owners of KryptoGenix do support for KryptoGenix. When you hit support, the owners oversee the support. We get maybe 2 or 3 support calls a day. That's ridiculous. We're in 85 countries and we only get 2 or 3 a day. The reason is if you read the pages, the instructions and the videos are perfect. There's no reason to even need any help. Moving down, you filled out the form, you registered, you click the 2 boxes over on the right that say I agreed, I've read, I understand terms and conditions, I'm not a robot. Boom. Now, get started. You've got started. It'll take you, send you an email. Then once you've registered, you log in with your email and your password that you remember that you wrote down. You're going to go into the site. First thing it's going to tell you is how to pay with Bitcoin, how to buy this, how to do that. All those videos are there and they show you exactly what to do. Watch the video. If you want to buy Bitcoin with your credit card, watch the video. It's going to show you what to do. And it's going to show you on the back office where it says pay here. Click the word pay here. It's going to say pay now, pay the button that says pay now. And then it will show you the QR code where you can put your Bitcoin. You can scan the QR code with your phone if you're a more advanced user, or you can do some copying and pasting. And again, our videos walk you completely through this, as well as we give you some information on, because here's the scariest part, V. People don't realize that copying and pasting the hash, which is the 32-digit code, you have to make sure you got the first 4 numbers and the last 4. The first 4 and the last 4, just verify those 2 numbers when you're copying and pasting. And you always want to copy and paste. You don't want to try and type that stuff in by yourself. That's kind of like hieroglyphics. So you want to make sure you just, copy and paste always. And then when you send your Bitcoin in, it just takes a little bit because it has to get a confirmation. It's not like a credit card transaction goes directly into a processor and then they spin it through. This actually goes to the blockchain. It circles around 6 times, 7 times to make sure and verify it. And then it's processed. And then you're good to go. So it's about a 10-minute process to get yourself verified. And then once you're verified, you're good to go. You're a full-blown member of KryptoGenix. We'll get emails. We'll see who you are. And we'll start inviting you to the different Facebook groups and bring you into the community. Keep you here. Your listeners need to keep coming here. Maybe what we do is we have an all KryptoGenix call sometime, and then we just start doing that.
Absolutely, man. That sounds good to me. An all KryptoGenix call. That's how we change things. We change things through education. Education takes the fear out of a lot of things. Number one, and education also empowers. The word educate means to draw out. So we're going to be drawing out from you real knowledge. We're going to be drawing out from ourselves and what we have, real knowledge to empower you folks, so you can be part of this revolution. This is a great opportunity, a great time. The problem is the majority of people don't know how to get into this space. And there are some of you that understand conceptually what cryptocurrency is all about, but you don't understand the rudiments. You don't understand how it really works. You don't understand how you can get involved. KryptoGenix makes that happen. With KryptoGenix, with the educational, not only is it a great educational platform that you'll have for a lifetime, but it's a great way for you to buy your Bitcoin little by little, week after week. I mean, so many of you that are listening to my voice, you're used to, buying an ounce of silver a week, or even an ounce of gold a week or a month or whatever. Well, same rule applies here. $100 worth of Bitcoin per week. That all adds up at the end of the year. KryptoGenix is the way to do it.
Here's an exciting little victory. There was a lady in Nigeria, mother of 5. She bought the package, saved up her money, got everything she could do. She went out and she recruited into this thing. I call the word recruit. 21 people. Her first week, 21 people joined KryptoGenix with her. How much did she make, V? How much did she make on that?
$2,100 in Bitcoin.
Single mom with kids in Nigeria made $2,100 in 1 week.
That's amazing.
Okay. How do you in the land of the free with the most opportunity of anybody in the world, how do you look at something like that and say to yourself, God, I just wish I could get out of this rut I'm in. I just need $300. Really? Mm-hmm. 3 people? There you go. A little bit of the pitch on how we bring people to the table on this. It's education, man. Just like we keep going back and forth. Educate. The power of education, you can do anything you want to do. Once you get involved in this ecosystem, the cryptocurrency world, it's more contagious than heroin. It's more addicting. You're gonna find yourself constantly looking at your phone, seeing what your coins are doing. And it's not like the stock market where a stock will go up 0.5% or not even that, right? A day. You could watch Bitcoin go up 18% in a day, or an altcoin that you're in go up 18, 20%, 30%. It's not unheard of. And, typically, you're taught to get a 401k. You're taught to go to your job, get your 401k, get your money, set up your retirement, get your IRAs, all that. Go to the guy at the corner in the mall right next to the dry cleaner that's the investment guy. And if you're lucky, he'll get you between 3 and 5% a year return on your very hard-earned money. Or you could buy a Bitcoin that's gone up from $700 to $6,000 in 1 year. Could you imagine if you had 25 money in Bitcoin at that one point? Yep. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I make no promises. I make no guarantees. But I do know this. All of the altcoins that are in the top, 10, they've all showed significant growth year after year after year. And one of the things that we're working out for you guys, for UV, is the ability to offer a Bitcoin IRA. You can do that right now. I have all the mechanisms for your. It's kind of that was my little nugget for you, buddy. Is just to say that I've got something for you that you can offer to all your listeners. Anybody that wants to do a Bitcoin IRA, you have the ability, with Rogue Money to do that. People can get it through you.
Yep. Absolutely, man. Closing comments, Will. Go for it, brother.
Closing comments? Holy cow, the whole thing's been closing comments. You know what I'm saying? Don't be scared. There's my closing comments. Don't be scared. Trust V, trust me. I think I'm going to be on here more often with him. I love doing radio. I love reaching out to people. We take the fear out. That's the bottom line. Don't be scared, and let's go.
Absolutely. KryptoGenix, it's your educational platform where you can get paid in Bitcoin and where you could buy Bitcoin all in one-stop shop. Make it happen for yourself, folks. Check it out. The link is in the description box right there. Click on it. This was the company I was telling you about last night on Coast to Coast AM. I mentioned it a few times, and I recommend you guys check it out. With that being said, we're over and out. Will, thank you for coming on. We got to do this again. Next time we'll get the trade guys on board as well, so it'll be a lot of fun.
Thank you, V.
Have a good one, buddy.